Education and Learning Manager at the Met in Bury. My job involves working with lots of different groups of people, from young people through to older adults, to help them to get involved with the work that we have going on at the Met itself, and also more generally with arts and culture, and getting them to be a little bit more creative in their everyday lives. I come from a drama background, so I grew up taking part in lots of different drama activities in school and out of school. I took drama as a choice for my GCSEs, but my other options were history. I also took graphics as well. I then went on to also do A-levels because I decided that university was going to be the route for me. But it's important to say that much of what led me on the career path that I'm on now came through what I did outside of school rather than from my actual subjects. So I was part of a youth theatre from the age of about 11 onwards, and that youth theatre was based at my local theatre, and we used to meet numerous times every week to work on skills sessions and put massive shows together, and that was really useful and really helpful for me, because not only did it develop my skills as an actor and a performer, but it also introduced me to youth theatre as a thing, as something that you could potentially make a career out of. So by the time I got to leave school at 18, I knew that working with young people in drama was the route that I really wanted to go down. I decided to take a year out before I went to university, and I continued working at the theatre that I'd been based in. So I started helping out with running workshops, assistant directing on shows, being part of the stage management team on performances, and that really helped to develop my knowledge of theatre on the one hand, but also about how drama and theatre interact with education, all the while I was also developing my skills as a facilitator as well, so getting better at leading workshops. My degree started off being in drama and English. It was a combined degree where you pick two subjects and you do them both, but at the end of my second year at university, I actually dropped drama and graduated in English. And I was a bit concerned at the time about the impact that might have on my intended career path. But I was given some very good advice from people around me that suggested that actually it wasn't going to have that much of an impact, that the experience that I'd been able to gather through being involved in youth theatre right the way back, even when I was as young as 11, was what was really going to provide me with the experience and knowledge that I needed to make it into the jobs market. I did an MA after my first degree, which wasn't really that related to drama, but was in something that I was really passionate about and enjoyed. And after that, I got a job working in a school, and I used to support the English, drama and citizenship departments in that school. But at the same time as doing that, I'd also set up my own business. So in 2009, which was the year that I graduated from university, I set up my own company with a friend, and that's still going today, over 10 years later, and we now operate our own youth theatres all over Cheshire. My job's really varied. So 3 days a week I work at the wonderful Met, and that job can be anything from supporting the people that run our fantastic workshop groups, including our own youth theatre, making sure that they've got everything they need to make their project really fantastic, to having meetings with people that run community groups or people from schools across Bury to work out how we can work together. Sometimes I have to write funding applications to ask people to give us money to be able to help us do the projects that we want to do. And I also have to think about how we tell people what we're doing, how we communicate outwards to the public and to our funders and elsewhere about the projects that we're doing and the impact that those projects are having. As well as working at the Met, I also work for a couple of other organisations as well. I've mentioned I run my own company in Cheshire, and I work for an organisation in Oldham as well, and I do a very, very similar job there too. So yeah, I love the opportunity to be able to do lots of different things. I love being able to meet lots of people, and I love being able to be part of the journey that young people in particular have into getting involved in arts and culture and helping to show them how important culture and creativity can be in their lives. How important is creativity to my job? Well, it's massive, because without creativity, my job wouldn't exist. So it's all about facilitating people to be creative and get involved in the art. First bit of advice would be, don't just see your experience or your education as taking place within school. All of that out of school experience is really, really vital. And that can take place supported by your school. That could just be doing the school play or playing in your school orchestra. But it's that stuff that happens outside of your subjects that is really, really key. But I would also say, take the opportunities when you are given them. If you are passionate about something, if you really truly love spending your time doing art or doing drama or making music, then why wouldn't you decide that you can spend a load of your time when you're in school doing that thing? You spend most of your time in that school building. Why not spend as much of it as possible doing something that you love? And did I have my current job in mind when I started out? I always feel a little bit smug when I say this, but kind of, yeah. There was only a very small time in my life where I entertained the idea of being an actor. That was maybe for about 4 or 5 years, when I was between the ages of about 11 and 15 or 16. But I very quickly realised that what I wanted to do was lead the activity, direct the shows, be the person designing the workshops and taking people through the experiences. And it wasn't a huge leap to then think about, well, who manages all of that work? Who makes that happen? Who does the groundwork behind the scenes to make all of that stuff happen? And then it was that area that I kind of knew that I wanted to move into. Thank you very much for listening today. I hope you enjoy the rest of our event. Bye for now.